So we are starting a new type problem today. We are working on distance problems. We are in level 1 and we are going to start with problem number 2. And before we actually start these problems, it will be helpful to understand a little bit about distance, speed, time, things like that. Distance is obviously how far you go. It's a length. Time is how long something takes, and it's going to be measured in units like seconds or minutes or hours. And then you have speed, and speed is measured in distance and time. So miles per hour. So you have the distance, miles, and the time, hours. You actually get distance by dividing how far you go by how long it takes you to get there. So when we are starting these hands-on equation problems, we need to remember that if we know the speed we are traveling and we know the time, how long we're traveling at that speed, if we multiply those two numbers together, we will get how far we go, or the distance. So as we're setting up equations, we need to remember that we will always, in the problems, know at least two of these things, and we're usually trying to figure out the third. So let's look at problem 2. A toy train travels at a constant speed for 4 seconds. If the total distance traveled is 28 inches, what is the speed of the train? Well, the speed is going to be the distance that it travels in 1 second. Again, speed is going to be your distance and how long it takes you to do that distance. So as we set up this problem, with distance problems, it always helps to draw a picture. So I'll start with a little box representing our toy train. And it is going to travel at a constant speed. That means its speed isn't going to go up and down. And it's going to travel for 4 seconds. So the time is going to be 4 seconds. So as it's traveling forward, we have 1 second, then another second, which would give us 2, 3, and the last second. So it's going to move forward some distance each second. And then the problem tells us that the total distance that the train travels is 28 inches. So our distance is 28 inches. So once we know this, we want to figure out how, the question says, what is the speed of the train? So what we want to do is figure out the speed. So this is our variable, x. So when we write the equation, we're going to write that x, which is the speed we don't know, and we're going to multiply that by the time. In this problem, the time is 4 seconds. And we know that if this train keeps going forward at whatever speed it's going for 4 seconds, that it's going to travel a distance of 28 inches. So this is our equation. Whatever speed it's going, if it does that for 4 seconds, so x times 4, we will get a distance of 28 inches. So when we set that up on the board, we will have 4 x's on one side of the equation, and on the other side we'll have a 28 cube. There are no legal moves that need to be done in this problem. We just need to figure out what each x would be if 4x is equal 28. So if 4 x's are 28, 1x is going to be 7, because 7 times 4 is 28. So x is 7, and the answer in a sentence is that the speed of the toy train is 7 inches per second. Because if we are going 7 inches every second, and we do that for 4 seconds, we will travel a total of 28 inches.